and we are here with the first episode of a new campaign that I totally didn't postpone for a couple minutes on accident. That's totally not what happened. We are here with Ravnican Knights under the DM ship of Josh this time. Josh, why don't you take it away, buddy?
Awesome. Hello. Welcome to Ravnican Nights, my love child to my favorite game on the face of the planet. So we're
D&D?
gonna no Magic the Gathering, obviously.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
um, so we're gonna start out here with just a little bit of basic information, a little backstory to what is going on in the magical world of Ravnica. It is the plane in which our story is going to take place. It is essentially, this is a giant world completely comprised of nothing but a city. The whole thing is a city. It is broken down into 10 different districts, with the 10th district being the seat where pretty much everything happens. It's where all the heads of the guilds are, and everything like that. Each district is a guild. So there are 10 guilds overall. They don't really control any one district in particular. They're interspersed throughout. They work together, they work separately. They have their own things, and right now they are all vying for power over Ravnica. Josh, there's these 10 different guilds. Obviously, they're all going to have their different quirks and everything. Yes, they do. And they all pretty much have a love-hate relationship with everybody else on the plane. Therefore, they all think that they are right, and they all want to control everybody else. So a very, very, very long time ago, there was a magical kind of like there was a magical kind of
Agreement?
contract written up for uh, more or less a better term, called the Guild Pact. It kind of laid out the roles of each guild, exactly what they do. And we'll get into more of that later. I don't want to front load all that, or I'll be talking for like 3 hours straight. Yeah, it kind of laid out what all the guilds do, how they all work together, how they and where all the power lies. And it's been split pretty evenly. And so that works for roughly like 10,000 years. And then, like, say 6 months before this campaign started, somebody went and hacked that all up. Essentially, the guild pact was broken. This event called the Implicit Maze was run. Involved a bunch of named characters who we're not going to get into. Jace was there. It was a whole thing. What ended up happening was a new guild pact was forged. It's a living guild pact, i.e., Jace the Mind Sculptor, a planeswalker who doesn't love the idea of being in charge of a city of that he knows nothing about. So he kind of pieced out and isn't around. You basically have 10 guilds running amok, realizing they can kind of just do whatever they want, and all trying to power from other people through various means and different ways. So we're going to kind of jump straight into it. In Roll20, I have an image of the Transguild Promenade pulled up, kind of outdoor market that connects all of Ravnica. The district has a road that leads directly into it, and it kind of serves as a neutral ground for all of the guilds. You can meet people, you can buy goods and services that you wouldn't be able to find in your guild. You're going to see people of every color, race, creed come through here. And so this is where we're going to start with everybody. before we get into introductions, I would just kind of like to go around and what everybody is doing while we were here. You don't necessarily have to say why you're here if you don't want to. If you do, that's fine. With Tyler. Tyler, why is your character? What is your character doing right now? If you'd like to kind of glean some information.
Well, I kind of thought we were gonna be. Vanexa's here because she is on her rite of passage in Krenko's guildless mob. She's been a little junior enforcer, not really trusted with important shit, and this is the very first important thing that she has been trusted with.
Yep. What would you say she's doing right now?
I was literally hoping you would tell me.
Okay. Then we'll just say, she's kind of poking around, seeing what she can find. She's been told to come here. She doesn't really know why or for what purpose yet. Krenko just kind of told her, come out to the promenade. We'll see where things go.
I can dig
Something
it.
that's brewing, and we're gonna see what happens.
I can dig it.
Let's see here, Mark. How about you go next?
I am here on official Azorius business.
Official Azorius business. Okay. Would you like to specify, or would you like me to?
Do you have the clearance for that?
God damn it. Here we go.
Motherfucker.
Okay. So we'll just say that Mark is on patrol through the area. For a while. And
the first fucking meme of the campaign. Congratulations.
His boss kind of looked at him and said, "Hey, why don't you take the afternoon? Go out, see what you can find. Make sure that nobody's." He noticed you'd been locked away up at your desk for a while, and thought maybe you'd like to stretch your legs. So he sent you out on patrol. Walk the promenade, make sure everybody's acting right. And then last but not least, Isaac, would you like to?
Yeah. As Barzur does on most of his free days, he's just kind of chilling through, looking to see if there's any new imports of different herbs and natural things that hit the promenade and like the sales part of it. Looking for some new essential oils.
Okay, fair. Gotta get that herbal healing going on. Anti-vax here in the Selesnya, so. Sorry, I didn't mean to make them sound like idiots.
Gotta get that new flavor of essential oils.
Yeah.
God,
cool.
He has a fucking like vape from Kaladesh or something.
Everybody's kind of poking around, doing their own thing. And all of a sudden, would somebody like to give me a perception roll?
19.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah.
Okay.
My man
Cool.
over here with the trained perception.
That
Anybody else?
passive 19s.
Okay. Mark, you notice off in the distance, you hear a loud boom. Kind of notice some people shuffling faster than you would normally make a shuffle in a semi-crowded market.
Okay. I go and investigate.
The closer you get, the more you kind of start to hear kind of an uproar, loud beating. You see kind of a stand get flipped off into the distance, and people are kind of screaming and trying to get away now. What you find is about 6, it looks like gruel minotaurs, and they are on a rampage in the middle of the promenade.
Okay.
What do you do?
He's going through like his entire spell sheet, I guess.
Yep, the entire spell sheet right now.
While he's looking at that, would anybody else like to do anything?
I've got a bitch and stealth skill, so Nax is gonna like try and duck and cover and see if there's like a good vantage point she can get to watch this stuff play out.
Okay, could you give me a stealth roll?
I would love to, and that is a 10. Cool.
One of the Minotaurs sees you kind of behind a box, like a market stand there to watch, and starts heading your way. Hey, Minotaur. So when I say heading, I mean it's kind of a full-on charge. Could you make an athletics check for me?
Yes, would love to. Gosh. Boom. That's a 9. Cool. Getting off to a great start.
Oh, okay.
You're dead.
Well, cool.
I won't kill you right out of the gate. So
Can I can I make a case? Rage is bonus action. Can I please fucking get out the gate with what I've been waiting?
Well, how about this?
Okay.
So there is a stand in between the two of you, and he kind of slams into the front of it.
Okay.
And knocks you out into the middle of the area. So now you're kind of engaged in this as well.
Okay. I'm in the center of all of it.
Yeah, you've kind of been thrown into the fray here. Isaac, would you like to do anything?
Arzer is gonna kind of like basically patrol the perimeter and try to like get bystanders to safety, especially favoring like women and children.
Okay, so you're just trying to help people out around the area?
What a guy.
Yep.
All right.
I will accept that.
So I know what I'm doing now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go up, flashing my insignia. You know, not like actually flashing it, but making sure that it's seen to everyone. And I'm going to speak in Minotaur to the group of Minotaurs.
Okay.
And I am going to tell them to cease and desist, or we may have to get more people involved.
Okay, make me an intimidation check.
Moo 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 moo.
That's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. Wow. So
Cool.
they all stop, which is crazy. As you know, and as far as the stories have gone, you have never ever heard of a Gruul Rage ever stopping due to the police showing up.
I think I just
stop,
got a promotion.
What?
but
Okay,
they
cool.
all
Put them
stop and
first,
look at
thank
you. Now you said that you have of 19, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna immediately notice there's something off about these Minotaurs. Something's going on that you visibly unnatural. You know, the Gruul are big and smashy, but usually not big and smashy in the middle of the Turnskill Promenade. They understand that there is some room for growth and that this is the room where that's going to happen. And you notice that there's kind of a glassy, all of them have this like glassed over look in their eyes. And in that same moment, they're going to snap back to what they were doing and they're going to continue their rage. What do you want to do from here?
What do I want to do from here?
Yeah, they're just busting up stuff, man.
Alrighty.
You were hugging everybody, Jake. Finn, fuck.
Guess I'm gonna have to pull out some stuff now.
Okay.
Didn't want to.
Oh,
Let me look
no.
at my reckless castings tree now.
You get to do interesting things in our character intro. God forbid.
Alright, make you pull out your character sheet for non-combat.
Yeah, dog. You're gonna have to keep like spell cards out. on
Lucky
you.
for you, the Minotaurs are way too busy breaking things to actually want to attack.
Are there any
specific people?
Are there any other freaking Azorius around here?
Not that you see.
How many Minotaurs are there?
There are 6 of them.
Fucking cop only wants to do things for anyone who's blue-white. I see how it is.
So we're gonna stop for just a second.
Okay.
Enough time has lapsed that all of a sudden you hear beating, the beating wings, and you see 4 Sky Legion descend upon these Minotaurs, and now all of a sudden the Boros are now entangled in this as well.
Oh shit, son.
Four
Boros.
birdie boys fighting these Minotaurs, kind of trying to corral them into the middle.
Boros are like
and if
military
you know anything
police,
about the
right?
Boros,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, and if you know anything about the Boros, you know that they're the army of Ravnica. They are. When you think of a military force, you're gonna think Boros Legion. They are boys who come out and start just beating face and asking questions later.
Nax is gonna try to bolt.
Okay, so Nax is trying to get away. As Nax tries to get away, she's going to run square into the front of an Azorius Elocutor.
Oh, good.
Have finally shown up, and oh boy, have they taken their sweet time. Experienced cops know when there's a gruel rage, sometimes it's just best to let it simmer for a little bit, and then we'll step in. So, the big boys have shown up. All of a sudden, everybody in the area, snap of their fingers, is locked down under a Law Mage spell. To make a DC save of...
Except for me, because I'm a Law Mage, right?
I said everybody.
Boy.
Why are they attacking me? They can see me.
Let's see here. Where is it? Is it under their guild things? I hate books.
Big fucking statement from Mr. Teacher over here.
Hey, dude. Almost everything I do is on a computer now.
I was about to say, like, record that for your students. It's like, I hate books.
It'd be like Jawfield, dude. Oof.
Big oof.
I hate you. Oh my goodness, why are there so many interesting things in this book?
So DC something.
Here we go.
What statistic?
It's gonna be under wisdom.
Aight. Cool.
Wisdom? Ooh.
Oh no, I'm sorry, it's intelligence.
Oh, fuck you then, man. Cool. Alright, cool. Pick on the illiterate.
14,
Pick on the fucking illiterate goblin, why don't we? You dick. That's a 0, my man.
That is a 2.
Hey.
Okay.
Little dipshit committee.
And Venexa and I'm sorry, I have to remember character names.
Barazor
are immediately locked down.
Man, it's gonna suck whenever I get
your arms are bound,
feeble-minded.
your legs are bound down to the ground by what looks like magical ribbons, maybe magical chains. Is a better image. The imagery when you're talking about like finding magic for the Azorius is usually like spoken words that kind of take on like a chain-like form.
Right.
So
Venax is already barking.
kind of wrapping up your character. Mark, could you give me a DC save?
So they're attacking me as well.
Yes, everybody.
Everybody gets.
Things have gotten out of hand. They're going to take everybody in, and then they'll ask questions.
Due process, man.
Okay, what am I?
Intelligence.
It's a DC 14 intelligence save.
You know, that thing that you're way better than us at.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay.
Mark's just cruising.
Mark is very familiar with law magic, so he just kind of coming and just kind of casts the right incantations to make sure that he is not affected by it. As they're rounding up everybody to take off to prison, the law mage on the case comes up to you, Mark, and says, we're going to need you to come back to the holding cells with us. You're not in trouble, you're not under arrest, but we do need to question you on what was going on and why you were here without permission.
Gonna need to come back to the precinct.
What? I just nodded him. We'll discuss that without permission thing later on.
Yeah. So, 10th district now. The districts are kind of broken down into precincts. And as any good knows, the precinct 2 is controlled by the Azorius. So we're all going to end up there. Small little off-shot prison off to the side. It's more of a holding cell. They've already taken down the Minotaurs and taken them to the big new fancy prison that they're building down the way.
Bark, 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 bark.
We're just kind of in the scene. It's more of a questioning thing, so they've kind of got you locked away there. Let's start with Mark. So, Mark, you are in the office of the law mage for this area. His name is... Let's see here. What is his name? A random name generator.
I'm thinking Boston.
Frank.
Dude, he is a human.
Scary.
I don't think his name would be Frank.
So isn't quite sure how English should sound.
There we go. That's what I need.
I am speaking English.
Oh, I'll try. We'll figure it out.
Could you generate a name?
Speak your common tongue.
Human? G? What about H? No? Okay.
This is his whole name.
This is the worst. This is the worst day of my life.
Angel Fire, dog.
So his name is gonna be
His name is gonna be Greg from the Ravnica NSA. Gregathor.
His name is Greg.
Gregathor.
Officially Greg. So
He
Greg
answers to
looks at
Greg's
you
dad.
and goes, "All right, Velkin. To be out from behind your desk. From what I've heard, mind telling me what you were doing in the middle of the district in the middle of workday?"
Well, I was assigned to the patrol.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh man, I haven't been this excited since fucking Sinros spoke for the first time.
I'm gonna start writing up a dungeon right now. So that I can force you to say it's a trap at some point. He's gonna look at you and be like, "Well, I want to believe you. I really do." And he's kind of doing the hardball cop thing. And he pulls out a record book, and of course it's an Azorius record book, so it's not a 2-inch binder. It's like a 6-inch binder. And kind of sets it down and flips through to the middle somewhere, and goes, "But here, see, it says that somebody else should have been on patrol there, and you were not supposed to be there."
Who was the guy that put me on patrol?
It would be your captain from your little corner of the precinct. So he probably knows of him.
Gotcha.
He doesn't know him, and it is probably going to take some time to get some information cleared up, especially now that they have to interrogate all these people.
Yeah, I know. Give me sex. All right, look. Well, my captain sent me on the patrol.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. It's going to take a little time. Worked out. But you cannot leave until I get this fixed and this paperwork sorted. Because you should know, we Azorius, we like our paperwork in order. This should have been filed months before this, if this was going to happen. So I will call down your captain and get this sorted out, but it is going to take me some time. I've got a lot of people to process. In the meantime, could you make yourself, I don't know, interrogate some of the people that we brought in? We could really use some help. We're short-staffed. The flu's going around.
They have the flu on Ravnica?
Yeah, the Ravnican flu. It is going around. Don't ask fucking
Ravnican
questions.
flu.
You had me at interrogate.
Right,
Okay,
right,
so he's going to send you down. Funnily enough, you're walking down uh, through the holding cells. And there's a holding cell. It's pretty medium size, maybe a little bit larger due to its occupants, but they must be tight on space, and you can tell because they've started doubling people up. And in this one holding cell is a centaur goblin, and the centaur is just sitting, looking very peaceful. They've got a nice little hay bed in the corner, premium straw, but it's pretty good for a prison. It's the Azorius; they're not monsters.
What's the thread
The
count?
goblin is kind of just sitting there, like tweaking out in the corner. Just obviously cannot sit still. There's the doors are, but they are magical bars to cut down on sound. So you will have to like enter the cell to be able to speak to them.
I'm just gonna interrogate them in the cell.
Yeah,
That sounds like a terrible idea.
dude, they're way backed up. There's nowhere else to do it. I don't know what to tell you.
All right.
You have to remember that they are assuming that most of these people are not hostile. They are just people who are going by off the street. This is just how interrogations happen. Essentially, they're just looking for information on what happened. They're not necessarily blaming
Gotcha.
any of the people here for what's going on. It's less of a cell per se, and maybe just like a holding area. So,
All right. So I'm gonna walk into the cell, and
Mhm.
immediately I hear the dog barking.
yeah, there is a goblin in the corner going crazy.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast command on the goblin.
Bark, 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 bark.
What is the save for command?
Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, thank God.
14.
Bark, 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 bark. Damn it.
So close.
Damn it.
Silence.
She bites down on her lip. You can tell she's like audibly you can tell she's visibly shaking.
All right, horse hippie. Tell me why you're here and what you were doing.
I was taken by these men of law while I was out merely looking for herbs from my garden. I did my best to round up women and children from the danger of those creatures, those minotaurs, and next thing I know, I'm on the ground with some chains, and I'm here.
All right. Writing as he talks, pausing to finish writing.
Oh, we LA Noir now, bitch.
All right. I will need your first and last name.
Doubt.
Last name first.
Doubt. I do not believe in materials. I've never had a last name. I've merely only gone by Barazur for as long as I have known.
All right. Horse hippie Barazur. And I proceed to address the goblin now.
She's not happy about having to be quiet.
I know. I'm trying to think of all ways that I can make this your fault.
Yeah, some people would call this excessive force. These are just pedestrians that were on the street.
To be fair, I was barking.
I would call this, because of all the barking, I would call the barking hindering a police investigation.
God, you sure you're not Esper? Like, God.
All right, goblin. Why are you here?
She still can't talk.
Oh, well, she can talk now. I take it off.
Thank you.
But I have more.
I wasn't doing nothing.
So
She's not very smart.
can I use my observant feat and the fact that I have a 19 passive perception to remember that she was trying to hide during all of this?
Hey Josh, get ready for him to lord that 19 perception over you this entire campaign.
It's okay. I'll find ways around that. That's my new challenge.
I was just wandering my own way. I was doing my own thing and nothing. And big guy's horns and stuff and mess up everything. What if it punched me? Did you see it punch me? It punched me.
Did I see it punch him or her?
I would say you saw that. You noticed that she was not there, and then she was suddenly there. The exact situation as to how she got there, but you noticed a distinct lack of her being there, and then all of a sudden she was right in the middle of
I
it.
feel like you could have seen her flying.
Yeah, I feel like I could see it too, but it's fine. So
I
she was
mean,
in
we're
the middle
focused
of
on
it.
you were focused on 5 other big burly boys.
I get
so
you.
Fair.
I get you.
There's a lot going on.
So she was in the middle of the Minotaurs? Like she was like in the middle of the...
Yeah, like
Into the middle of the area. As far
very
as you
obviously
know,
being targeted.
she she was not there. All of a sudden, she was there in the middle of it. It could seem a little suspicious.
Okay. So you say you were minding your own business
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was minding my own business.
in the middle of a Minotaur huddle.
They busted me up. I didn't want to be there. I wanted to get away as soon as possible. I tried to duck behind a crate, but I guess green doesn't go good with crates, so they found me, okay?
Might I suggest walking the other way?
You ever tried to... You just because you're some kind of traffic cop doesn't mean you can tell me how to walk, okay?
writing those comments in my notes.
And you can write that down. That's next. That's next to Bulldog. You hear me?
Next, the bull pup.
Bark, 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 bark.
I didn't mean for her to be this.
You have for them?
I really didn't mean to be this combative. By the way, I'm really leaning into fuck the police right now because I think that's gonna be the best party
It's fine.
dynamic ever.
I'm really leaning into racial profiling, so
That's entirely fair. I should listen. Racial profiling is never fair unless you're in a fantasy setting in which goblins are what they are.
all right. So
The goblins.
I have enough information from them, so I will leave the cell.
I'm a goblin
Okay.
with the GWA.
As you're
over here.
leaving, you notice a weird
A weird what?
somewhere, a ticking sound.
I can't hear you say that again. Like you
It's
were
it's a
breaking.
weird ticking sound.
What is
Weird
this
ticking.
mysterious
Coming
ticking
from somewhere.
noise?
I checked the pipes for a pipe bomb.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
While
I'm just kidding. I roll investigation.
I roll investigation to check the pipes for a pipe bomb.
Severus Snape.
I'm so glad I wasn't the only one thinking that.
So
Oh wait, can I
you're
just take
14.
passive investigation?
There is no such thing as passive
I mean, you
investigation.
There is,
What?
sir.
It
There is.
Excuse me?
does show up. It does show up in D&D Beyond, and it's the most bullshit stat I've ever
Yeah,
seen.
no. Like investigation is supposed to take.
Observant.
No,
The
like
feat observant lists that there is a passive investigation.
investigation checks are supposed to take like 30 minutes.
Bro,
Right as
don't
you
look at
begin
me.
so you notice the ticking, and right as you begin to start searching around for it, the back wall of the cell blows open.
Oh, that's fine.
Of their cell?
Yes.
Oh, great. Yep, they did it.
And
I'm going to write
dust
down that there was an
goes flying.
explosion in their
he's,
cell.
he's gonna
in my
do
notes.
that while he's flying backwards.
Yeah, and it kind of pushes you. The way it pushed you is a little weird. It actually managed to shut the cell behind you, so you kind of get pushed back, and the cell shuts and locks behind you. Through the smoke and the rubble, there's now a very loud alarm going off. Through the smoke and the rubble, you see three tiny little figures
Yep, goblins.
coming through, and you hear some crazy giggling, and they go, "Oh, that was so cool! Oh, yeah, I love explosions! Oh, let's do it again! Oh, wait, aren't we here for something? Oh, just grab whoever's here and let's go." And so,
Nax's tail is wagging.
yeah, you
Definitely
see, you see
goblins.
three little goblins step through the hole and kind of start. They look at you and go, "Come on, guys, let's go. We're breaking out of here. Let's go."
Are these Nax's goblins or different or not affiliated goblins?
Nax would recognize that they are obviously guiltless and very obviously up to no good. So the assumption would be yes.
Got it. Nax is fucking down. Does she still have her hammer?
No, but only because like you probably just weren't carrying it to begin with.
Okay.
Not knowing what was going on.
Right.
The people of Ravnica don't generally walk around ready for war.
Okay.
So,
Okay. No, that's fair. I had an idea of like her totem being built into like the hilt of her hammer, but that might be a thing.
yeah, I mean, and we can always be here in just a second.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Whatever. Okay, yeah, no, she's fucking down. She's bolting out of there.
Sweet. Anything you want to say to them as you leave?
Shit, like, hey, what street are you guys from?
Hey, you know, we're right over the way with Cranko.
Yeah. No, hey, don't say his name too loud, okay? It's just
The
yeah.
boss.
It's the boss. It's big blue guy back there. Don't worry about him.
Yeah, okay. Well, we need to go, and you need to find a way to bring these people with you.
Yeah. Wait. What? Why are we bringing?
Listen, the boss told us to go down.
Why are we bringing the fuzz with us?
They told us to go down to the precinct. They told us to get as many people as possible. He didn't say what kind of people. Just bring the people.
We are literally gonna bring a Joe to the boss. Is that what you're asking me?
And the three goblins kind of look at each other. And then the guy looks back and goes, "Listen, man, I didn't make the rules, okay? Just grab who you
There's a lot
can.
of talking
What, Centaur
going
boy
on.
over here?
Yeah, no.
Good thing, let's just go."
All right. Okay. She figures maybe that her her fucking initiation test is just bringing a cop for a fucking cop killing. God damn. All right, cool.
Am I? So I'm assuming that I can't cast anything into the cell.
Yeah, there's an anti-magic field over, the bars is, not being able to cast magic in the room lessens the danger, so.
Gotcha.
But there is a giant hole in the wall now, so.
Yep, I'm taking notes.
That's outside.
Hey.
Before you go, you want to finish up next, and then.
She was just gonna say, hey, if you want to get out of here, you better come with us.
Okay. What is Bearzar doing during all this?
Barzur is still just kind of laying there peacefully. He's done nothing wrong, so he has no reason to be alarmed. He's just kind of going with the flow. He has no intention of really leaving. He's under the full assumption that he's done nothing wrong, so he has no reason and need to bust out. Due process will take its course.
Okay.
What a nerd.
Says you, Mr. Fucking.
So, this very loud alarm is still going off. And down the hallway from the way that Velkin originally came, you can now hear doors slamming and lots of footsteps.
So I'm not locked. Am I locked in?
Yeah, the door shut
cell?
behind you, so it locked. So unless you brought the key in with you, you're pretty much here.
I mean, how did I get in the first place? I'm assuming I would have had the key.
You unlocked the door and walked in.
Yeah, so I have the key.
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah,
They could have had
but
someone
the
else
hole's
do it.
in the room that I'm in.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, so I am going to just stand in front of the hole.
Okay. So we have 3 goblins plus an axe outside the hole. It's still laying on the floor
I assumed that they were gone.
down the street, getting ready, trying to leave.
Gotcha.
You're standing in the hole, and all of a sudden, on the other side of the gate, you see, or on the other side of the cell door, you see the Greg is there.
Okay.
And then he has just a ton of law mages. The door of the cell, and he goes, "The hell are you doing, Velkin? Where's the goblin that was in here? Who are those people? What have you done?
According to
Frank,
my notes,
are you actually in on this? Was this all
No.
you're doing?" You get the sense that maybe be a little uppity. There might be some actual, like, full-fledged racism going on in the second precinct.
I'm going to present my notes to him.
And he kind of just looks at you and goes, "I don't care about this garbage. Get this out of here, and somebody take him into custody. Get the centaur too. He must be in on it." Plan was, but if you're not going to break out, then by God, we'll throw you back in.
Max is over
At
here
this point,
rolling
they're
around at the
looking
speed
to
of sound.
detain both of you.
What?
Looking to detain both of you even further. Roll initiative.
Ooh.
Does that include me, or am I out of the scene?
You were gone, dude.
Cool. I just want to check.
You bolted.
That is a 13 for me.
Okay, give me just a second. I've got to find some creature moves. It's gonna be under guild.
I mean, they're
creatures?
just trying to arrest us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I will submit.
I mean, that's what Barzer was going to do too. He was basically going to try to avoid damage, but he wasn't going to like fight back.
Okay.
So
I'm going to tell you now. If they arrest you, there is not going to be a fair trial. You get thrown in the biggest prison possible for the rest of your lives.
Tutorial.
Well, I mean, either way, my entire background is kind of screwed.
Well,
Is
yeah, you can expose a
like,
corrupt precinct.
would I be aware of this?
you are very aware that there is some blatantly not okay things happening in the police district right now.
Okay, yeah, no. I was under the impression that he was thinking this was all going to be a cool. Yeah, no. If he knows that it ain't cool, yeah, he'll fight.
Usually things like this stuff happens sometimes. You know, you get caught in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they just let you go. But you've never heard of somebody blowing open a cell to an Azorius prison of the people being fine as they get away. You know?
Okay. Yeah, no. If that's the case, yeah, I was under the impression that he was still thinking that he was going to get like questioned and released. Yeah, no. If he knows sketchy shit's going down, he'll fight. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty, especially for the people in the guilds. It is pretty aware that there is a serious power struggle going on. So, especially between the two guilds, you would know that tensions are high, and that you probably didn't want to be tangled up with a bunch of people who their fate in their hands if they get a hold of you.
Okay. Yeah, no. Let's brawl.
So am I going to lose my background feature?
No,
Do what?
I would not do that for a story hook.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you just get to expose a corrupt ass precinct.
Let's see here.
All right, so I got
So-
an 18 on initiative.
Just looking to see.
Oh goodness.
Um,
Fuck. Excuse me.
oh,
I only cast the command, right? That was the only thing I've cast so far.
I believe so. Yeah. Well, you did cease
Yeah.
and desist. Was that a spell?
No, that was just me speaking Minotaur.
Oh, okay. How many languages do you have?
5.
Yay.
God.
I thought I
so
had
it's gonna
one.
be Isaac. What did you say your initiative was?
13.
13. So it's gonna be Mark and Isaac, then all of the guards. 4.
How many are there?
There are 4 right
How
now.
big's the cell?
I mean, it's fairly large. It's like maybe a 15 by 15 room, but
Not 30 feet.
massive, obviously.
Not 30 feet?
No, probably not even a full 30 feet.
Damn.
Said there's a giant hole in the wall. If you just wanted to bolt, you could probably do that.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's what you chose to do, then that's what you choose to do. But first up is Mark. Mark, what would you like to do?
I'm going to cast Mirror Image.
Okay. That too.
Here, I'll just click it so that you can read it.
D20 to determine whether the attack and the target gets. Um, 10 plus your dexterity modifier. Okay. And they can't make attacks, can they?
The duplicates, no.
No, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So, you kind of hold up your or whatever, and all of a sudden, 3 copies of you appear right in front of you, almost like a wall. Would you like to do anything else?
I don't think I have anything else. I don't think I have any bonus actions.
Okay, cool.
Wait,
Next
I
up
might
is-
actually have a bonus action. No, I do not. I thought it was.
Okay, next up is Isaac.
Alright, so he's gonna. Bowser is gonna run up to the closest one. And he's gonna. Do I. Like, his quarterstaff is basically, like. It would be pretty, like, easy to be nonchalant with it because it's kind of
Yeah.
just a giant walking stick.
It's almost like a walking stick. Yeah, I'll say that they
You have
That they just,
4
like-
legs. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
that they let
mean-
you keep it
Okay.
processed to you because again, you weren't being held under suspicion. So
Fair.
Okay, so he is going to, the one closest, he's going to one-handed quarterstaff,
okay,
and yeah, let's go ahead and do that. That is a 23
oh, that definitely hits.
with 4 for damage,
Okay,
and then he
Not
is
bad.
going to. How's he like? What are you saying?
so he kind of just like comes down and swings his staff and kind of mid upper arm. So you did a good bit of damage.
Yeah.
Really felt it.
flurry of blows.
Okay.
So first unarmed strike is I crit on, and second unarmed strike is going to be a 9.
Okay. Okay.
Ouch.
You hit him in like his left arm. It obviously does a good bit of damage. You probably broke his arm.
Hi, how are you?
So, next up is gonna be.
Well.
Oh yeah, if you want to keep going.
You want the damage for that?
Oh yeah.
I actually rolled like maximum damage on both dice.
How much is that?
It'll be 11 total after my mods.
Nice.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So you like you like definitely busted him up good.
And then I'm gonna use my mobile feature to kind of run back towards the back of the cell, so he can't get an attack of opportunity on me.
So you hit is gonna move next. And he is gonna cast let's see here. I gotta look some things up because I don't want to the first campaign.
No, hello,
Oh, interesting.
Ravnican. Sorry, I have a cat in my lap and she's being very sweet. Are you a little munchkin?
So it's gonna cast hold person on. Cast it on Isaac, since you hit him.
That's fair.
Yeah.
What can
You need to make a.
Hi, honey. Hi, munchkin.
Yes.
You good there, buddy?
What's the save?
14.
And what?
Wisdom.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, meets or exceeds for defense, so I am fine with that. So you managed to shake it off. He is going to move a few feet further into the cell, up on the right-hand side, trying to kind of. Next Law Mage is going to do the same thing, but targeting instead.
Okay. Okay, so it gets deflected to one of my mirror images,
Yeah, so
and it doesn't do anything.
he targets the mirror image. It gets held down for like just a half second, and then you see it kind of blur, and all of a sudden it's fine.
Yeah.
Like
It ignores
person.
that shit.
Yeah, the at that point the Greg is going to move into the room and try to make an attack on Mark.
I'm just getting my roll ready.
Let's see here. He needs to roll. He misses.
Yeah. he does.
Very handily. No matter who he attacks, he misses. And then the last one is gonna move up to Isaac and make an attack.
AC is 14.
Oh, wow. Ouch.
So what happens is he's moved up the left side of him to kind of mirror the other guy, and he takes a swing at you, but when he swings, he actually hits the wall and somehow manages to bounce his weapon out of his hand completely, like off of the shock. and he is now incapacitated as well. The shot from hitting the wall with the giant metal sword kind of just his arm, so he's pretty much done. Back to Mark.
We are going to do my reckless casting. It's a 4. Firebolt at Greg.
4. That misses.
No, 4 is the spell. Like, to
Oh,
pick
okay.
the spell. So, what is Firebolt?
Firebolt
Come
is
on.
a cantrip, right?
Yep.
I have to.
Make a ranged spell attack against the target. So.
Yeah, so it doesn't have a. Like that just happens.
What? No? What? I
You
have
don't
to
have
make
to-
a ranged spell attack against the
Oh,
target.
okay.
On a hit, it. Yeah. Okay, so. Is it plus proficiency and? It's been a while since I've done spells. Is it plus proficiency and my modifier?
It
Yes,
should be
yes,
plus
it
your.
is.
Yeah,
is.
it should be plus proficiency plus spell modifier.
21.
That definitely hits.
3 damage.
Okay. So you hit Greg, bounces off most of his armor, but you see it kind of singes the hair as it goes past his neck and over his cape. He's kind of like one of those more pompous. He's like in the full Azorius. Like you have your work clothes, and then you have like your to like a police ball. He always wears the hyper formal clothes. So he's got this like cape on. You've now like lit this cape on fire.
Yeah, I have.
It's like smoldering a little bit. It's not like super on fire. All right. Anything else?
Well, I can only use one action per turn.
Well, you never know.
I didn't know if you move.
You might want to talk to him. Who knows?
No, I don't want to talk to him. He's a jerk.
Pretty sure Greg's not talking to me right now.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
He's a jerk. I don't want to talk to him.
All right, Isaac.
So there's the one like right in front of me that tried to hit me that's incapacitated, right?
Yeah, he's just there, dude. He is actually like kind of trembling in fear now. You know, his plan was to go up and like quick. It's like his third day on the job. Now he's weaponless and defenseless. You attack him, you'll get advantage on it.
Well, you guys do
Okay.
that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna transfer laundry.
Two-handed cord will be a non-natural 20.
Okay. Cool. That's definitely a hit.
And that will be 10 damage.
Okay. So yeah, you kind of on the non-paralyzed arm, like across the forearm, and just kind of you hear more cracks. You've done a lot of damage. He's like crying on the floor now, obviously like contemplating life. So the guy who you had originally hit is across the room, and he sees this happen, and he decides, you know, it's time to make an expeditious retreat. He is new to this as well, so he's gonna cast expeditious retreat and get the heck out of there. Let somebody leave. This guy is gonna come up and try to make a whack at Mark. Let's say 15. I think he stepped away though.
Yeah.
Didn't even tell
I'm
us
gonna. It's
goodbye.
probably hit. As a wizard, since he hasn't cast mage armor, it probably hit.
I can see his character.
Oh,
sheet
yeah.
as well.
Oh gosh.
I'll just go check real quick. It does hit. Is the D20, right? 20. It misses. It whizzes through a higher, so it whizzes through one of the clones. Hit it. How much damage does this thing do? It does 3 damage to that clone. And I think we're gonna stop for just a second and wait for him to get back. This is the
Mark, why?
It's cool.
Back?
I play
Over
wizard.
here?
I play wizard. I play wizard, so I'll just fill in for him. I cast seppuku, and
Oh, wait, we got another guy. I'm waiting on. Wanted to dialogue before we moved on to the poor guy crying on the floor. The guy on the floor is also gonna leave. He's like, it's my 3rd day on the force. I'm done with this. There are only 2 people left in the room. Mark, one of your clones got hit for like 3 damage.
How did it get hit?
One of the guys made an attack.
Some dude punched it. Come on, man.
they hit him.
Well, it was a 15, and I rolled a d20 for you, and it came up as an 8. So one of the clones took a hit.
Hold on. I still have to roll for it every time.
Yeah.
What
Doesn't
is it?
matter.
Yeah. So
I literally
transfer.
rolled it for you.
Did you ask?
Oh,
did
you did.
just ask?
Oh, you did roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you ask what is today? Like, as if like it being Tuesday affects whether or not one of your clones gets hit or not.
Not.
Oh, I was like, all right. Well, let's see. It's a waxing gibbous. So
What day? Yeah,
Okay,
what,
so one of my
what day of the
clones
week is it?
It's not gone. I thought it was 1d10 plus whatever.
It doesn't have health. What are you talking about?
Oh no, never mind. All right, so one of the clones is gone.
No, it has 10 plus my dex for armor class.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So yeah. So the guard looks at you and goes, "Just give up, Velkin. We're gonna take you in and we're gonna have you buried in one of these prisons. You'll never see the light of day again." That's what we do with traitors in the Azorius.
I'm just gonna tell them I'm not a traitor, and if they would listen to me, I would explain myself. But they don't want to listen.
Yeah. So, there are 2 people left. Return.
All right, same thing, different day. Let's roll that d10 again. It's another firebolt.
Oh boy.
I guess I need to add all of these spells to my freaking thing. Like I gotta add like 70 spells to my freaking sheet. It's a 24 to hit. I'm assuming that works.
It definitely hits. Yeah.
2 damage, 2 fire damage.
Okay. You hit him with another fire damage. You've done more fire damage. Congratulations.
Yeah. Woo.
Next up is Isaac.
All right. So, Barzer. Let me pull up how to do this. Okay. The Barzer is going to run up to Greg, and he's going to spend 2 key points and use Fist of Unbroken Air. As an action, I can spend 2 key points, and a chosen creature within 30 feet. Oh, so he's not even going to run up to him. He's just going to do it. Within 30 feet, must make a strength saving throw, DC 13. On a failure, he takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage, and you push the creature up to 20 feet away, and you knock it from.
So, unbroken air,
DC
huh?
13. Yeah.
Strength DC saving throw of what?
Strength 13 save.
So he's gonna make that.
Damn it. Okay, then it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything?
So, yeah, no, it only does. It's all or none.
Oh no.
Sad day.
Yeah. Yeah. It sucks. I mean, it does 3d10 damage, so as a level
it does
3
3d10
feature.
damage?
True.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Well,
so it should
3d10. 3d10 at minimum, plus I could spend extra key points to add another d10. So if I wanted to use all 3 of my key points, I could use 4d10 damage at level 3.
Gosh,
Son of a bitch.
that's crazy.
Yeah. So that's why it's all or none. So.
Okay.
Then he's gonna run up to Velkin. Well, he doesn't know his name. He's gonna run up to the other man that's fighting on his side and
You
throw a
assuming my
hand
gender?
out. Basically,
Don't.
He's gonna run up to the other.
Don't. Anyway.
He's gonna run up to the unassuming genderless creature, and kind of throw his hand out, basically like just like invite him to. Don't say mount him. Don't say mount him. Don't say.
I know what you're saying.
Climb aboard and get the fuck out of here.
I'm thinking of how he would approach this.
I mean, I'm gonna leave you if you don't. So
No,
this
I know,
is
I
just
know.
your one.
So, is it my turn now? No, yes, no, yes.
No, not yet.
Not yet. So,
You're feeling a little. Yeah, the things are just gonna get worse from here.
oh, I know
Easy
that.
step.
I know. I would prefer not to ride on that. But
Okay,
I will
he's done.
leave.
Yeah, no, like he's gonna take his full 60 feet and get the fuck out.
8.
Right, bye. What's the plan, dude?
What's my plan?
Yeah.
Did you
Oh
ask
wait,
what-
no, it's the other two guys' turn, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, they gotta do
All
things.
right. Well, I'm gonna turn on you now. So.
That's fine. There's only 2 of them. Oh, that guy's gonna miss.
Ow. He's actually because he was the guy off the wall, so he's gonna come at you from the side, thinking that
Yeah.
flank you. Trips
Yeah.
over a rock, and he is gonna fall flat into Greg,
Bye, Greg.
and they are going to they're going to grapple each other. So
You guys know
Air
the story
quotes,
about
grapple.
the half orc and the rogue and the pickpocketing and whatnot. Do you know the stories of the Nat one and the rogue and the half orc?
No, we'll get to that later.
yeah, so Greg's gonna use his whole turn to shove the other guy off of him, and have to get up that way, and pull himself back onto his feet. But he's been thrown all the way against the bars, so you are free to do what you want, Falcon.
Okay.
The fuck is
I
that?
am going to say in the most
Alright.
cheeky manner, without actually being cheeky about it. I'll wait.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm going
All
to
right,
say
we need the ear rape warning when you post the video.
Yeah, really.
I'll make sure I mute myself next time. Sorry.
You're good.
anyways, I'm going to say goodbye and cast invisibility on myself and get the hell out. Because I got style.
I'm just gonna do spell sound effects from now on.
Okay, so you do that. That happens. You of the hole in the back of the cell.
Yes.
It is perfectly in line with an alleyway that runs directly next to the building. And at the end of the alleyway, there are 3 goblins and a centaur standing back at you. And then he goes, "Come on, this way. We gotta go. We gotta meet the boss still. What are you? What is taking so long? Y'all were in there forever. Senses. We gotta go."
I am going to hold this invisibility for the next hour and follow them.
Okay. Yes, Isaac. Would you like to follow them?
I mean, he's got nothing better doing, so might as well.
Yeah. I mean, they did free you from prison. So, you know, feel like you owe them. You probably don't really. You weren't really in any trouble to begin with. So, as you kind of like head around the corner, Greg pokes his head out the window and he goes, "And you're mine. This isn't the last you'll hear of Greg." We're gonna keep going.
Honest to God, I hope that Greg is the campaign villain.
Maybe now.
Goodness.
Well, and he's only referred as NSA Greg.
I'm gonna say Greg.
Gregathor.
I'm gonna say Greg the Law Mage. He's
Dang,
trying to
that's
do his
Greg
job,
say.
and you guys staged a whole prison break without even staging a
I
prison
didn't
break.
stage nothing.
Yeah, we didn't stage anything. Technically
I have the
speaking,
notes that prove that it was the goblins.
technically, 2 of us were fully content on being arrested until you told us we had to roll new characters.
Listen,
I
Dude,
can
it's not my
technically, if I wanted to, I could encode thoughts and prove that I am innocent.
it's not my fault that that your character is a perfect representation of most of the Azorius. Kind of off. Following these goblins, and they lead you around for a while. They kind of take you down this sketchy back alley. You're obviously out of District 10 by now. They've had you walking for probably a good, like, 4.5, just, like, around random streets. You're pretty sure they got lost at some point. And they finally take you down this, like, skeezy back alley. Nax, you recognize it really well. There's an entrance to what is very clearly labeled not Kranko's Mob.
It continues to trip her up to this day.
Yeah, and really what it ends up being is it's just like a skeevy kind of tavern tucked in the hole in the wall. And the reason nobody's found it yet or, you know, knows about it is less because, like, looking for it and more because nobody's bothered to look specifically here for it. District 10 and Cranko really doesn't cause that many problems outside of the occasional, like, drunk and disorderly or something like that. So
Yeah, of course.
they tend to let them function. We arrive and you walk in, and as you enter, there's this all are these 2 giant tables just lined with chairs and bar stools and stuff, and on top of each one and like all over the table and drunk across the floor and everywhere else are goblins. They are everywhere.
Next is immediately
When
like,
I say there are a lot of goblins, there are a lot of goblins.
Hey, them's
how
my
was-
people.
Unfortunately, mass genocide is not part of my character.
Yeah, so Nax walks in, and everybody looks up and goes, "Hey, Nax, how you doing?"
She raises her hands up in like victory, even though she's pretty sure she didn't do anything.
Yeah, and you see another goblin walk up to you. Nax, oh buddy, how's it going?
Hey,
How'd the initiation go?
I got thrown in prison and I broke out of prison. I don't know if that was the initiation, some such. I expected to see one of you boys here until these three wise guys busted
notes.
me out.
It did not go well. We don't usually get people arrested on their first day.
I wasn't even sure that it was happening, but okay. Did you guys get the Minotaur thing go? Was that you guys?
Oh no, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, big guys, furry, got big old horns. They look like cow people, you know.
Oh, that is a Minotaur. You are correct. Did you see one?
Yeah, well, I saw like, and she starts counting on her nubby little claw fingers. One more than 4. I saw one more than 4.
Oh, that's a lot of Minotaurs.
That's a lot of Minotaurs.
It's like one more than 4 Minotaurs.
I'm having so much fun. I've been waiting for Nax for so long, guys.
Yeah. So, what does your character think of all this? This is a lot to take in. Anything specific that you want to do, Isaac?
Okay.
Barazur is mostly just gonna kind of observe things. He's actually just gonna full bow jacket and try to like horse sit on one of the stools.
Horse sit, okay. Kind of works. Most of the furniture in here.
Oh no,
is
not at all.
Aren't
It doesn't
these
work at all. It's
goblin-sized stools?
Yeah, most of the
He's
furniture
trying.
is made for goblins. So
I'm
I can just imagine Berzar like delicately balancing himself over a stool, less sitting and more crouching over.
Perfect.
Yeah, no, that's basically exactly what it is.
Yeah, so
And
you're
he's just
basically getting your calf workouts for today.
Yeah, and then he's just kind of, he's not gonna be rude. Like if a goblin tries to chat him up, like he's a very chill guy. He's not standoffish. He just kind of keeps to himself under normal circumstances. So if nobody approaches him, he's just gonna sit there and kind of assess the situation. If somebody kind of comes, because I'm sure they're gonna be this thing is comparatively to them pretty massive, and he's trying to like awkwardly sit on one of their stools, like. He's not going to be an asshole about it, but he's not going to make a big deal out of it.
Yeah. So that seems good. So as you kind of enter the room and look around, you notice that there is one goblin sitting slightly bigger and fancier than the rest of the chairs in the room. And he's sitting kind of away from everybody at his own table. There's kind of a long table in front of him, and along past him are some other goblins sitting, but it's very clear that he is the goblin in charge. And so, would you like to approach him?
But there's nobody else around him. That's kind of.
Yeah, there's some goblins sitting at the table with him. He's just kind of sitting back with a drink in his hand. Formal right now.
I mean, if
I mean,
he
yeah,
doesn't, go ahead.
After there's some time is passing, he probably would. Like, more so when he sits back and assesses the situation, it's more so he can gather, like, he doesn't want to step into a situation without knowing his surroundings, basically.
Sure.
So he wouldn't immediately go to the goblin leader, but after some time has passed and he's kind of assessed the situation, and like he probably would. But so if somebody was going to immediately approach him, they would make it first. But
yeah. So just looking around, kind of, and taking your time, you can tell that like there's obviously no real danger here. Nobody here is out to get you or anything. In fact, most of the goblins don't even know you're there. But you do notice Krenko kind of eyeing you up. And you obviously stand out. In a horde of goblins, you stand out. But Nax, you notice the same thing. So you both kind of approach. He says, "Oh, finally, you're gonna come to help and say hello to your savior. Come on, I know it's your first day, but I really did expect better than you on this. You didn't even make it to the your the mob."
Oh, got it. Oh no, I just thought you were a little busy. You know, don't like to invade no one's private spaces, none. So what'd you think? I mean, I'm not still entirely sure, guesstimating what the goal in mind was, but I think I did good overall. Yeah.
And he kind of looks at you and goes, "What are you talking about? We didn't see you at all.
Well, I mean,
Didn't show."
I tried to show it was with the minotaurs and stuff. Like they threw me into a cell before I could even find any of you guys.
Oh, is that what was going on? Oh, we showed up like 45 minutes late.
Ah.
Sorry, we were running a little behind. You know how it is.
Oh yeah, of course.
Who's your friend here?
This is Horseman. He was in the cell with me whenever the boys busted me out. Don't right know his name.
Horseman, you got a name there?
The name is Barazur Horseman.
Barazor Horseman.
Damn it, Isaac.
You're fucking killing me. No.
Oh,
Cool. He's suddenly an alcoholic.
you're telling me your last name's really Horseman.
It
sounds
is
like-
not.
that sounds
It is,
racist.
it is not. I was merely going with the flow of my highly challenged friend.
Oh, okay.
Hey, well, that's not very nice of you.
He could have called it short. I like it.
Yeah, I'm just a little short.
Seems okay.
No,
well, Mr.
you're not short. Short would indicate a flaw. Highly challenged is something that you can overcome.
Sure thing, big guy. Whatever. Don't look at the finger and miss all the heavy and glory. Yeah. I heard it all before. Anyway, yeah. He's here, I guess. It looks like we didn't get many people out of the brig, huh?
And he goes, "Well, I don't know what you're talking about. You got two? Boy here in the Vidalkin's talking around in the back thinking he's all cool and invisible."
Wait, what? You talking about the
Excuse
Joe?
me.
How can this goblin see me?
There's a lot of ways to see through
I'm
invisibility.
calling shenanigans.
And
I
you
do
realize
believe it.
that you are no longer invisible.
Has it been an hour?
No, or well, yes, but I just
Do what? Dude?
Goblin magic field.
Yes, I did.
yeah, there is an anti-magic field on this bar.
Of course there is. There's always an anti-magic field.
There's a lot to be fair. There is a lot of anti-magic in Ravnica. Like that's
mob.
that's even in the cards. Like there's a
literally-
lot of fucking anti-magic.
I stealth it.
Access to
Just kidding.
anti-magic, because everybody has magic. But mob hideout. I mean, he does have to take some precautions.
Gotcha.
Nax has not noticed him until just now.
You know,
What you do?
you thought you were. Honestly, you probably thought you were invisible from the way people were treating you. Or goblins
She's
who were
Bill's.
walking into you
Good
the
job.
whole time. Did not
Yeah,
notice.
I can't help her. Sorry, guys.
No,
Real
you're
estate
good. Dude.
Stuff going on.
You're good, Chief. You're good.
Good.
Well,
Who goes
Goblins
on to
have been walking into you have not noticed at all. Franco knew you were there from the moment you walked in,
I think he's
but nobody else has even paid you the time of day. So
yeah, I think he's think he's a little preoccupido.
It's all good.
Sorry.
No, you're good,
I
Chief.
just found out that one of my leads was an idiot, and instead of calling me like I've told her a billion times, whenever she was ready to do something, she called my office, and so the person on floor is now her agent.
I'm sure that's bad. I don't actually know.
No, it's very bad because it was my freaking lead, but they messaged the office, and the rules are if it goes to the office, it's whoever's on floor. So
Well,
Dumb.
I'm sorry about that, buddy.
that's fine. She's just an idiot, and I've talked to her a billion times and told her not to do that. But
Yeah.
anyways, back to
sorry.
what's happening with me.
So boss,
Krenko noticed you. He's gonna go, hey, Vidalkin boy, why don't you come forward and introduce yourself since you're here already?
Why are we introducing like far be it for me to question your greatness, oh Lord Krinko, but why are we talking to the pigs? Like why do we have one in here right now? It's kind of like the opposite of what we're doing here, isn't it?
Krenko just looks at you and goes, and I got a plan, right? Yeah, everybody's got to know a guy.
Oh, you're right,
And so,
of course, yeah.
Know the guy.
Yeah, you're right,
And
you're
he
right.
ain't so bad.
Yeah, my bad.
He summons you forward, Velkin.
All right. So since I know, obviously I'm not going to freak out that I was discovered. Crap happens. I am going to take a seat. And I am going to tell him, that's quite all right. You continue. And just going to keep taking my notes.
Well, here's the deal, boys. I got a little bit of a proposition for you. You were locked in that jail cell, and now you are no longer locked in that jail cell. Thanks to, of course, myself. I have been in desperate need of some recruits with skills probably differently to the company I currently keep. And that the multitudes of goblins in the room kind of looks at you and gives you a forget about it look. Well, here's the deal. You owe me for my services now. If you know anything about the mob, that's probably not a place you want to be. I'm going to offer you a job. How do I say, cleaners in my some people who are willing to get some things done. If you are willing to work for me, I can find it in my heart to be willing to work for you.
Well, I'm always ready to do some work, boss. Heavy lifting, that's my name.
He looks at you and goes, Nax, my girl, I know it's you's ready. Alright, got a special spot for you lined up if you can pull all this off. It's gonna be a lot of work. But
Okay, so in my notes, I'm going to write down that I will proceed to help, in quotations, the mob for the time being in order to gather more information so that I may be able to pin something on them later.
Yeah, wow, Krenko literally just set himself up for a fucking sting up.
Yeah, and I have, I don't know if you guys understand how Encode Thoughts works, but with my observant feat and with Encode Thoughts, I can pull memories out of my brain and show them to courts, and it is you can't lie.
so in Ravnica, that takes the form of essentially almost like pulling out a scroll, line of text that then has to be translated by somebody else. And there are specific people that can do that. Not everybody has the ability to do it, but
Well, yeah.
there are people that can do it.
But what I'm saying is, if I end up going to testify in some way, shape, or form on the trial for him, I will have this memory,
Yeah.
Submitted. So yeah, that's why I'm putting in my notes that I'm not actually helping them, or else I might incriminate myself.
He's
For
gonna
future
look at you and be like, you kind of got caught up all in this mess on your own, didn't you? What if I could sweeten the deal just a little bit for you? I may or may not have some, let's say, records of what happened. Obviously, my men were the ones who pulled you out. Very easily earn your standing back with your guild, and you could go away scot-free. Not to mention that I might have a thing or two on the man who tried to, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, that's Krenko for you. You know, he's always looking out for the for the little guy and the blue guy.
You know, you're right. I do look out for the little guy. That's why they call me Cranko Little Guy Mob Boss. No
Yeah.
other reason can come to my mind why they would call me the little guy other than I look out for the little guy.
Yeah, of course. No other way at all.
He proceeds to stand up in his chair and struggle to reach across the table to get like a piece of chicken leg off the table.
She's being 100% serious as well.
Yeah. Isaac, what does your character think about this?
Marzer is going to approach a little bit more, like, kind of showing a little bit more openness to trust, and he says, with all things, there are balance. A debt is a debt, and I understand that completely. I will assist how I can. Know that I may have some moral restraint in some things, but knowing that the debt exists, I will do my best to clear it.
Joe looks at you and says, see, this is what I like to hear, a man who's willing to work. Now,
Man,
I will say, thing we do here is necessarily below, substandard illegal stuff. We do run a legitimate business on top. People have to go in between the guilds and kind of intermittently work together with them. So we do provide a service to Ravnica, and not everything you will do for me would be on less than says. Thinking of the word surreptitious, and
That's fair. I got you.
he says surreptitious, and it's incredibly offensive to Barazor.
yeah,
Surreptitiously.
got plenty of things to do that are completely without. They should be the easiest jobs in the world. Now, granted, those jobs don't pay very much. As I come to trust you a little bit more, maybe we can open up and I can start letting you in on some of the bigger picture things, that we run around here.
Ooh, I always love those bigger pictures.
I am a man of peace, or a beast of peace, a creature of peace. I'm a peaceful being. We'll say that. I am a peaceful being, so confrontation is not something that I actively pursue. But as far as assisting where I can, a debt is a debt.
Okay, sounds like everybody's on board. I'll go ahead and line you up with your first gig. Why don't you grab something to eat and go get geared up and come back and say, give us an hour.
Ooh, I'm gonna go pick up my hammer. I'm gonna bust so many kneecaps. I'm so ready. Whoa, bark, bark, bark.
Go get ready.
So in this area where they're eating, are there any vegetarian or vegan options?
Oh my
for
fucking god!
because it is a full of dirty, nasty goblins.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure goblins
But-
are like, exclusively carnivores.
But you are on Ravnica, which means that you are not without your local delicacies and things like that. So you walk outside, and you're in the district right now, and just around the corner you do find a nice tofu place.
You find a nice patch of grass.
It's not. I would say on Yelp it's like 2 money signs, but like 3.5 stars.
Hey man,
It
listen,
does pretty well.
my veganism app is telling me there's nothing in the area, so rather than break principle, I'll take that 2 stars.
Okay, yeah. So, it's not bad.
Also, I'm gonna make sure to tell everybody that I'm vegan, just so everyone knows.
Yeah, you mention it to some of the goblins as you're walking out. One of them has like a chicken leg in his mouth, and you just look at it and you go, "Hey, have you ever thought about maybe, not consuming flesh? We need to give back to Ravnica, and really link back with our bodies and our souls to each other, to the world tree. So maybe in the future, consider more of a vegan diet." And they just give you a weird look, complete gibberish. They have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, Nax is going to interject with it. What the fuck is a vegan? It sounds like something I can eat. Is it bloody?
A vegan is a hippie.
The fuck is a hippie? I have 2 of those. They're right over here. You see? I like to make them sway sometimes. They look nice.
So with that, you kind of like split and go your own ways. Everything that you're gonna need. Cranko has not moved. Upside down in his chair, kind of like half asleep. The goblin party is still going on. There's still goblins everywhere.
Goblin party never stops, baby.
Yeah, pretty much. And as you approach him, he kind of uprights in his chair and looks at you and goes, "It hasn't really been an hour. Oh, this is so awkward. Wow, I have not moved at all to go figure out what you're gonna do. I got it." And he rummages in his pocket. He pulls a white envelope. This envelope right here needs to go to someone. At it,
Yeah, boss, go to
looks at
someone.
and he turns it over and looks at the other side. Hard. And he goes, the Boros Legion. It needs to go to Boros Legion. We need you to go over to district number 4. Yeah, district number 4. Go to the Sunhome precinct at the militia encampment there. It's for Barazar. I'm just using character names now. I'll do better than this. NPC name generator. You can't stop me this time.
Yeah, boss, that's why we like keeping you around. You're the only guy who can read in here.
'Cause I am the only person who can read in the world.
It's actually just like the musical score from It's Always Sunny, where Charlie just has the Nightman score and just pictures.
Can I please have an insight check on whether or not he can actually read?
And he can actually read.
Okay.
Being an uncannily intelligent goblin.
Man,
So this has to go to
What is his reading?
Vocious Sunhome.
Hello.
The Sunhome encampment over in District 4. You can just take the sub right over there to him and walk right back. It's that easy. Nothing illegal, nothing surreptitious about this.
Yeah, we can't have no surreptitiousness. No, sir.
Not unless it's Pancake Thursday.
Oh, I love pancake
Sounds
Thursday.
beefy enough.
he hands Nax the letter.
Nax cannot read.
This will be an easy test thing for you to do.
Yeah, you got it, boss. You got it. Nax cannot read. She briefly considers eating the envelope, then realizes it wouldn't be a very good idea.
And as like he can see you staring at it, and you start moving it towards your mouth, and he goes, "Please don't eat the envelope. I can't."
No, you're right, boss. You're right. Critical thinking, in. That's all. Blue guy. You can. All right, wait. Let me roll a D2 real quick, as like her eyes dart back and forth between the two of you. Cha. She gives it to Barzor.
What is? Oh,
The
I
letter.
guess the thing. Yeah.
It's a salad.
It's just a bowl of leaves.
Hello.
So, and the way that Barzer's bags actually like work is he actually it's not quite a saddle on his back. It's just kind of like he has, it's like a cloth that like drapes over his back, but then on the sides are the bags. So he has like, he just throws it in his bag.
Ignore that. I was just seeing what that did. There was a
Wow,
little
that's
blurb thing.
a fucking incredible racial skill. Holy crap.
Yeah, the Vidalkins are really good.
Like, wow.
They are squishy AF.
No, like, they get advantage on the 3 most important saving throws in the game. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Okay, so to let you in on the Vidalkin stuff. So yeah, we get advantage on the three mental saving throws. By the time all this was done with my build, I have 5 language proficiencies, 3 tools proficiencies, and I think an extra skill proficiency out of everything. So yeah, I can do everything.
I move really fast. That's it. And not even as fast as the centaur.
Right, I was about to say, you move fast? I do things.
Okay, boys, okay.
I can hit people. I can hit people with my feet and move.
So we gotta bring a whole salad letter. We gotta bring a whole letter to the boys. Sunhome, yeah, precinct, Sunhome, people, Boros Legion, those guys, big armor cop boys.
Yeah. Oh, there's one more teeny tiny thing. Oh, there is a time limit. Could you have it done by the end of the day, please?
Yeah, boss, sure. Yeah, what time is it, like, right now? You know, she doesn't notice that there are windows.
It's like, oh, you got a couple hours till the sun goes down.
Yeah, boss, we
Up off a letter, right?
yeah, we got it right away, boss. We ain't gonna let you down, boss.
Yeah. So I will let you know that so Ravnica does not have like vehicles. Like,
Well, crap, what am I going to do with my land
Weirdly
vehicle proficiency?
Wait, you
weirdly
didn't
enough,
take air.
have-
You didn't take air vehicle proficiency.
God, you
No,
idiot.
but I also have water vehicle proficiency.
Of course you do.
there are boats, because there are like lakes and stuff, but the large bodies of water are mostly in the Undercity.
I don't actually have water vehicle proficiency.
But there is an underground subway. The large underground subway that was made by the Selesnya a long time ago. It uses the worms, WURM.
We have a worm subway? Oh man, it's like Dune but better.
Yes, it is exactly like Dune, but better.
No, it's the worm from Men in Black 2.
So
Literally the
It's
subway
the worm from SpongeBob.
Which is
so
no, the worm from that whole episode is one giant Dune reference. By the way, I never knew that until I read Dune. Anyway.
So the subway is essentially like run by the Selesnya, and they charge like a little modest fee just for maintenance and stuff, but they essentially attach carriages to the worms and use their tunnels to transport people around. So it'll take you maybe minutes to get where you're going.
Nice, man. Morrowind, eat your heart out.
Yeah, it's really nice. Get between districts really fast. Finding somewhere specific within it may take a little bit more time, but we'll see.
Okay, hell yeah, let's go. Let's go deliver a letter. Yeah, it's Fallout. Oh God, is this Fallout New Vegas now? Are we gonna get shot in the head?
No.
The password is ice cream. Just remember.
The game was
So
rigged from the start.
they'll let you on to the tram.
24 karat run of bad luck.
You know, you're on there for about 30 minutes. Is there anything that you want to talk about while you are on there?
You know what we haven't done that I really like doing when we play, like, you know, a new campaign?
Yeah.
We haven't actually introduced our characters and what we're playing. I feel like it's been made clear through like context clues at this point, but like we should probably like go over, hey, I'm blonde, this is what I'm playing.
Yeah, we can do that now.
Okay, cool.
We are. This is what we say on the subway, and everybody else is looking at us like, "What the fuck?"
I just write it
My
down.
life is a lie.
so let's go in the order of the title card. I'll go first. So hi, I'm Tyler. I was the DM for Order of the Candlestick, and I am playing Vanaxa, the Totem Warrior Barbarian. She's a little goblin. Her Magic the Gathering color affiliation is red-blue, and she is a guildless little gobbo who is part of Krenko's mob, and she really likes hitting things. Her totem spirit animal is the bulldog. Josh let me homebrew that, and she really likes barking at people.
Isaac, you want to go next?
Mark is next on the title card.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Thank you. I was waiting on that. I am playing Velkin, the Vidalkin. I sprained a lot of muscles in my brain trying to come up with a name for him. Yeah. What else do I need to say?
He's a what class is he?
Oh yeah, he's a School of Invention wizard.
What is his color? His magic color?
Blue and white.
Blue and white, and he is Azorius. You said, right?
Yes, he is Azorius.
Got he.
Yeah.
And
For now.
Okay. Isaac.
Hello, I'm Isaac. I will be playing Barzer. He is a centaur monk from the Selesnya Conclave. So green and white are those colors, and those colors are green and white. We've affectionately deemed him a Zentar.
Yeah,
because he's
Zentar.
he's a pretty mellow dude.
Hippie horse.
Zentar.
Hippie horse.
All right.
I mean, none of it's wrong. So
No. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going crazy the entire time because we hadn't actually done the character introduction thing yet. But it's cool. No, you're good.
And I'm Josh. I'm the DM. Hello.
Yeah, Josh is DMing. It's not his first time DMing, but like possibly first.
what are your
campaign.
colors? What are your colors, Josh?
My colors? Oh, geez.
Well, I mean, if he's
Are you playing Super Friends?
no, I feel like he's Ugin and he's just like 7 colorless mana.
No,
he's
we need to know as a DM. Are you gonna fuck us over? What are your colors as a
No,
DM?
he's an Eldrazi. He has waste colors.
Oh, if I had to give myself colors as a DM, it would probably be I'd probably be Rakdos, red black. See?
Oh, God, great, good to know.
Oh God!
And you said that this is gonna be very puzzle heavy.
So yeah, I'm gonna find a different game now.
literally like straight opposing to white blue. Goodness. All right. So yeah, we're on our worm train.
Okay, so it's a worm.
Yeah.
Okay, are we inside a worm?
No.
No,
They
the cabin on top of the worm.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna be really weird if I'm just like sitting inside of a worm.
Yeah, so Berzar, being part of
The conclave.
Lesnia, probably knows a little bit about these. He lets you know that they're controlled by the Selesnya through their leader, whose name escapes me currently.
The
So
entire
the
time.
way it works is like there is a world soul of Ravnica. Soul itself through the Selesnya and through Tristani, which is actually a group of dryads that is created and kind of fused together to make this super being that runs the Selesnya, that's why the Selesnya are all about like the health and the well-being of the world.
Mm-hmm.
So
Gotcha.
because of that, they have some severe control over creatures such as the worms of Ravnica.
Gotcha.
Nax is a hey.
Did we want?
Go ahead, Isaac. You're kind of popping on the mic. I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, let me adjust some things.
He's
Okay.
furiously masturbating right now.
Nax is like in the carriage. She's just like bouncing uncontrollably because she's so excited about riding the worm because she's never got to do that. Oh, this is neat. We're on top of the worm and it's so big and we're going so fast. Man, we could have walked there. That would have taken forever.
That would have taken several hours, and the encampment definitely would have been protected and closed. So,
Do we need to? Do we want to tell each other how old we are and basic descriptors?
Yeah, if you want to.
I haven't got that far.
Okay.
Just
Never
heads
mind
up.
then.
Nax is a teenager. She's like goblins live to be like maybe 40. I think. I don't know if that holds true for like Ravnica goblins, but the goblins that I'm used to live to be like 50. So she's like 9.
yeah.
I mean, aesthetically, Barzar is probably older than not, but not like super old. So
Okay.
Yeah, goblins on Ravnica are just goblins.
Okay,
They
cool.
just tend to be slightly more curious and maybe a little more intelligent.
Yeah. So she's like a teenager. She's like 8 or 9.
Yeah, they so their 40s to maybe 60s for a really old goblin.
Right on.
Been on Ravnica a lot. Very squishy.
Got it.
So
Falcon is 47.
Cool.
And he's 6 foot tall.
I should
about
also.
this time, ding dong, ding dong. This comes on very calmly over the little intercom and goes,
I have proficiency in language conductor.
Yasa.
now
Yasa
arriving at
Inaba.
the 4th district, includes deli, fresh foods, our shopping mall, and also the Boros Garrison.
Right on.
That's interesting.
I should also point out, by the way, that because I am like a bulldog totem, she has several bulldog like features. She has little fangs, and she's got a tiny little tail that's tucked in her pants that you can't see. And she's got little dots on her nose. You know.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
So you step out of the train, and as you kind of step out of the subway area, you see it is exactly what was described. It is a very large shopping district. Posted up everywhere. And at the end of the way, you can kind of see the encampment. It's several stories tall, very large, very formal, like red and white brick, not very extravagant. It looks like a building that does its job, and damn it, it does it well. There are some like ballista and stuff at the top. Ravnica is known to have the occasional dragon issue, so While most of them have been dealt with, occasionally things like that do come up, so they do have some heavy weaponry for that. And as you step out, you actually kind of recognize and see an angel flying away from the top to do whatever the angelic members of the Boros Legion do.
Is that a normal thing?
Could I have
So
played an angel?
You could not have played an angel.
Yeah, no, angels are really special.
The leaders of the Boros garrison, or the Boros garrison is made up as kind of a hierarchy. The angels are in the upper echelon of the Boros and have their own kind of hierarchy as it follows, but it is very common to see angels either to lead a group or leading very large battles. Any kind of very large fight is probably going to be headed by at least a couple dozen angels. More common than not. More common than you would see in most places. That being said, you're not going to like walk down the street and walk past one.
Got it.
But either they are kind of in the stuck-up angel realm, where and you're interacting with one, it's either because you either really hecked up, or it's a really special occasion. So.
Got it.
All right. Well,
what do you guys want to do? Do you want to poke around some stores, or do you want to just go straight to where we need to go?
I mean, I'm good for gunning for the.
I need random crap.
Yeah, no, I'm good for the delivering the letter first.
Okay. Being pretty one-minded right now. She's really trying to impress. Since the initiation thing did not go well.
Correct.
Isaac, how's your character feeling? Are we just getting in there?
Yeah, no, he doesn't really have any interest. Just get the job done.
Very fair. Let's start heading towards the garrison. At the building. And it's a couple guards there at the front, just normal kind of like low-class soldiers. They stop you and they say, "Halt. State your name and your business."
Barzer's gonna pull out the letter and says, "We have a delivery from the what is it? The Goblin, whatever of what like title and
Krinko.
all that."
He goes, "Okay. I don't know. A mob boss would be delivering letters to an official Boros garrison. You sound a little suspicious. Who did you say you are again?"
I'm gonna use my feature.
Okay.
So.
You breathe air.
You have the authority to. Here, I'm just gonna ping it, and you can read it.
hey,
Know what it does.
hey.
So basically, I show them my insignia, and it gets me an audience with whoever I want to talk to. So that is my business, and that is
Okay. So
what I am
you
doing.
flash your badge and you say, "Gentlemen, I'm here on official Azorius business. I'm here to drop off this letter. These gentlemen are with me." And he goes, "Oh, okay. That makes sense. Don't know what the whole goblin thing was about." Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's on the.
Please forgive him. He's an idiot.
That's fair. She's on the third floor up there. You're gonna go up the stairs. It'll be on your left. You'll go down the hallway. I think it's like the third door on the right. Just check for the name tag. It'll be up there.
All right. And we proceed.
Let's go.
Inside. As you go in, there is a check at the door where you're going to have to check in your weapons.
All right. Most of my spells are verbal and somatic, so.
Very.
There's a
Including my walking stick.
Yeah, there is the Boros are a little more strict about things than the beat cops.
Surely you would
The
not.
lady at the desk
Please.
goes, sign in over
Just-
here, drop off your weapons in the bucket, please.
Persuasion to let them keep so that they'll let the centaur keep his walking stick.
Surely you would not deprive an old man of his walking stick.
She looks up at you, and she's chewing her gum. Of her glasses, and she goes, sorry, honey, rules are rules is rules. Drop the stick.
I mean, Barazor will oblige. Like, he's not going to be a dick about it. He just,
Yeah.
it's one of those things that if they say, like, take it, he'll let him. But if, like, it doesn't go set, he's keeping it. So,
So like, you guys know that like, Nax has been like bouncing off the walls pretty much the entire time we've been playing. Whenever she has to put her warhammer in the bucket, she does it so fucking gently and reverently. It's like she's conducting a ritual almost, and she just like pats it on the slab that is like the metal at the top of it, and like leans in and gives it a little kiss, and then like relinquishes it to the bucket.
The lady at the desk watched you to walk this and goes, freaking goblins. I'll take your stuff and lock it up while you're busy. Sign in, please, and make sure you sign out on your way out. Come back down here with this ticket, and I'll get your stuff back. And she hands you a hands each of you a requisition ticket.
Max briefly considers eating it, but then puts it in her pocket.
She looks at you and she goes, don't eat it. You need that. Right. So you guys head up to the 3rd floor. Like the guy said, always it's down the hallway to your left. You have to walk one extra door. He was one door off, but whatever.
What an idiot.
Walk in and you walk
These are all
in and
notes in
there's
my
just-
records, by the way.
Yeah, please keep these. I'm gonna want to read them like at the end of the campaign.
You walk in and there's just the biggest minotaur.
All right.
Tiny desk
All right.
doing paperwork.
It's
You
like,
look around the room,
okay.
axes on the walls and javelins and like really intricate ornate swords and stuff.
It's-
I want a
she says-
meme.
Oh god, no! It's like the fucking dude from Dragon Ball Z at the end of the Snake Run, who's like at the desk, and I can't remember like.
Don't know what his name is.
King Yama.
I was about to say.
Fucking. You remember in a bridge? It's like, hey, this is a very nice desk. They got me this nice desk. It's made of mahogany. Mahogany. Anyway.
And it breathes fire.
Anyway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, basically. Like very obviously too big for what she has. And so she looks up at you and she goes, help you?
And this letter's for them.
Yes.
Okay, so I give them the letter.
Okay. She goes, may I ask who this is from?
Yeah, it's from Krenko, you know? Krenko.
And she cuts you a side eye and she goes, hush.
Bark.
I see it and takes the letter and opens it and reads it. All of a sudden, just grief. You can see very openly grief and strife strike her face, and she kind of looks at you and looks down and she goes, I thought I had more time than this. This can't be right. This is due now? I can't do this now. And you have to get me more time.
Well, I'm sorry, lady, but boss asked a question. And it's time to do the thing. You know, Krenko don't wait for nobody.
I have to have more time. I'll have to go talk to him now. And she gets up and she bolts out of the room past you.
Does she take the letter with her?
Yeah. Well, no, she's dropped the letter at this point. It's the idea behind the letter, not the letter that itself that's important. So yeah, she leaves the letter.
Hey, big guys. Use those fancy brains of yours and tell me what that there letter says. I'm a little curious.
I do not believe I would have the time to explain it to you.
Hey, you just read it to me. I got perfectly working ears. I just can't read good.
I'll pick up the letter.
Okay. So you read the letter, and the letter very scratchy goblin speak basically explains that the Boros member that you were talking to is very, very, very late on payments. Franco. These debts are coming due, and it mentions something about a child, a husband, and the possible welfare and happiness of them in their store.
All right. So I'm gonna say this to the goblin. The letter says the Boros lady has not paid her money to the big bad boss goblin, and now the big bad boss goblin gonna hurt her family.
Oh yeah.
And then I throw the letter.
Yeah, no, you got to keep up on payments. I mean, it's part of the deal. You know, it's all good business, all very legitimate.
I love that Nax isn't incredibly not smart. Smart's not the word, but she's not picking up on all of my terrible things.
Nah, literally, I'm so excited to play a not smart character. Because we're like really all of our guys are typically like fairly like well educated and not all that like kind of intelligent. So this is really fun.
Two very unintelligent characters back to back.
Okay, that's true. You're right. Well, I wouldn't say that like Zalid was unintelligent. He was just very, very tired at all times.
It's okay. The next character you get is Clarence. So
Goodness.
very intelligent.
Anyways, continuing.
Yeah.
Officially delivered your letter. Congratulations.
Yay, we did it. Obissimo.
This happened.
I snoop for clues.
Snoop for clues. And, go ahead and give me. What's your investigation? Your passive investigation?
21.
Okay. So you start poking around and you open a drawer, and you find essentially what is a book or like a diary.
All right.
Where she's been keeping tabs on things. And it just kind of entails this very long tale of her husband trying to do this weird startup to have something to do with like and delivering food and people not having to leave their homes anymore. And you're very confused, but it looks very expensive. And so, and kind of this record of her ordeal, her going to Cranko for money, the deal being set up, very, very clear about what that deal entailed. And just a record of her business failing and downhill. Now, you know, what it was a grand idea has kind of been reduced to this gimmicky kind of side restaurant on the other side of town that still isn't doing super well. And the whole time, she's trying to pay off this debt and trying to work hard, and she's kind of worked herself into the ground back what they owed, but I guess it just wasn't enough.
Okay. All right.
Anything else that you want to do while you're in the garrison?
I mean, I'm not just gonna go snooping around.
Okay.
That would be wrong.
Oh.
Snooping as usual, I see.
I mean, if the goblin child happens to accidentally stumble into something, I'm not gonna look at it.
Oh, you are not gonna fucking pin shit on me, you ass. Nah, she's relatively uninterested in anything that's here. She wants to just go back and tell her boss what a good job she did with the letter.
Okay. So you guys head back. You kind of you walk in the room now. There's still quite a few goblins, but it's less rowdy. Things have calmed down some, mostly because the goblins have been day drinking, and it's getting to that hour where like you just start getting really tired. Um, Congratulations, you're back already. I see that you did a great job.
Yeah, boss. Yeah, we got it right over there.
You are right, and now I have settled my debt with that woman. Being handled. Thank you so much. And from a back room, you hear scuffling. Maybe a brawl going on.
Ooh.
He goes, "Oh, don't worry about that. My logistics team is just handling things for me. But you guys did great. Consider a portion of your debt paid off. Easy work, above the table. Nothing illegal about it. You do
Yeah.
little things like this for me. We'll see where it goes from here. Okay?
Yeah, of course, boss, of course.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. I'm glad that everybody's working together. I will let you know when I have more work for you. But until then, your life.
I can't really go live my life.
This is yeah, that. I handled your little problem for you as a forward kind of situation. You don't have to worry about Greg anymore, and I smooth things over with your boss. Greg was given a very stern talking to and made unless he wanted to become friends with more fish people, that maybe he needed to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, that's the boss for you. Always getting things done real quick, like.
You said Greg's in District 2, right?
Greg is in Precinct 2 in District 10.
District 10.
Excuse me, honey bun. Excuse me. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
And that pussy is angry.
She's not. Yeah, no, she's not entirely happy that I'm moving. Oh, you're okay. Oh, you're fine. All right. So yeah, no, Nax is gonna go and like get to partying.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah.
This is the fun time where I get to tell you if you have fun ideas, things that you would like to do to build character, I am more than welcome to look into them. It's a very, very, very large city. So anything you could imagine that you could do in the city, you could probably do in Ravnica.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
No, you go. It's fine.
I was about to straight up say I have no idea at the moment. At the moment, like
I gotcha.
Is this a thing we could like do for like later sessions as well?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. Don't you fucking bite me, God. Hang on.
Are we talking like just in general or like Ravnican nightlife?
No, just in general. Like,
Damn it.
at this point, he told you he will contact you again when he has more work for you. So you're kind of free to do whatever you need to do.
Okay.
Want to do.
So I have plans. Multiple plans.
Oh,
First off,
God.
I'm going to go to my superiors and let them in on all of the notes that I have and explain to them that there is a very big criminal organization that I have somehow stumbled upon, and try to get the okay and authority to go undercover.
So your boss is gonna look at you and be like, "This is course, there's mob activity in the our police district. How do you think we keep up with the mob in our area? Sometimes you have to play their game. So here's what's going to happen. Working for him, because there's obviously something going on, and there's some rumblings going around that something bigger might be happening in the middle of this now.
Okay.
To get your hands dirty, get your hands dirty. Notes. Take just keep up with things that you can do. If you need to turn in scroll or mind scrolls once a week, by God, you turn in those mind scrolls. You understand me? But do not let this slip away. We need a win.
All right. I'm gonna become a shady person now.
Hell yeah.
Not really, but I mean,
Nax,
people are gonna think I'm shady.
Nax is just playing with the dogs, the fucking dogs that she gets her nickname from. Her first job in the mob was taking care of the dogs, and she's still kind of like the dim mom.
Barzer, in his own free time, he gardens. He likes growing.
Ooh, Isaac. I'm glad you said you garden. We might be able to work together, sir. But continue, and we'll talk about that in a moment.
Okay, but no, he has this garden that he tends, and as he ventures through the more I don't want to say necessarily rural parts of Ravnica because I guess that's not really a thing. But if there's odd flowers, if there's odd flowers or anything that he sees that could be herbs or medicinal, he'll just kind of pick it along the way. He's very naturey, just kind of gathering his wares.
I don't, and correct me if I'm wrong, Josh, but I don't think there's not straight up untamed lands on Ravnica, but there are portions of the city that have fallen back to nature that are mostly ruled by the Gruul. And
yeah, those are the rebel belts. They run through mostly, I think it's district.
I mean, I'm thinking more so if there was
well, what you would be talking about is the Selesnya. In the portions of each district that they control, they do run gardens.
Right,
and they run
right,
botanical sanctuaries and stuff like that.
National parks.
Like I said, they're very much about preserving life and giving back to nature. So the things like hot springs, resorts, parks, things like that, you're going to find lots of that in the Selesnya areas. So to say that you go to one of those areas and just kind of hang out and do your Selesnya thing, it would not be unheard of.
I would like to go hang out with you in your Selesnya areas.
Cool. Mark, the second you step foot into the Selesnya territory, somebody walks up to you and goes, "Hey man, are you a new recruit?" "Yo, brother."
The whole place smells like weed.
It is a half elf. Really back. He does not have shoes on.
Oh my god! I was okay till you said he wasn't wearing shoes.
No, he's got on nice fitting pants, but they're rolled up at the bottom to half leg, a vest and no shirt under it.
It's all right. It's for a good cause. I will stick it out for the good cause.
Yeah, man. If you ever want to join us, just let me know. I've got so much information about Mat Selesnya and all the other things in the V2 Ghazi that you could get behind, my dude. We're just very much about giving back and doing the right thing for everybody. We want to see everybody live in peace.
Well, I'm glad that you have said that. I have a small shopping list here.
He says, "Cool, man. What kind of shopping are you looking to do?"
So basically, what I'm doing, Josh, is I'm trying to gather supplies so that I can make healing potions, and then I'm also working on something to make a truth serum.
Okay. The truth serum, does it have like an actual ingredients list?
I don't think it does. I don't think it's an actual thing.
Okay. Well, he looks at the list and goes, second one, dude, but the first one I can definitely hook you up with. Funny healing herbals and spices going around
there
here.
is a truth serum.
It's 150 TP.
If you wanted something like that, you have to go somewhere maybe a little more sketchy, you know what I'm saying? I'm probably not really in the know on that kind of thing.
Okay.
But he does take you over and kind of shows you like the proper herbs and everything to collect and how to create your health potions and stuff. So I'll say that he just today they're willing to donate the stuff as kind of like a come back for more type thing.
That's how the
He'll
dealers
give
get
you enough to make 3. He'll give you enough to make 3 health potions with.
The first hit is free.
Yeah, do I still need to roll to make those health potions?
I don't have to roll this time. We'll just say you have pretty much unlimited time to make them. So.
And for future reference, I have an alchemist supplies and an herbalism kit.
Yeah. If there was a time constraint, like we're taking like a normal long rest or a short rest, and you wanted to make them then, I would make you roll for them. But since it's like for time, we're probably about to wrap up.
Hey, did we lose you?
You had enough time for him to kind of. He says, "Yeah, man. If you ever need anything, just come back. I'll hook you up with what I can, dude."
I have a guy now.
Yeah. He says, "My name is Farron Oakhart."
His name would be Oakhart, wouldn't it?
Yeah. This is because I'm one with the Oaks. No, dude.
I'm not gonna meme. I wanted to meme, but I'm not gonna meme. It's not in my character. Moving on.
You're a coward.
So that's what Mark does. Anything that you're looking for specifically, Isaac?
He's still just looking for, more exotic things.
Yeah.
And then if whatever he finds, he's gonna go back to his healer and kind of discuss things with him.
Sure. Farron, I'll do a couple things, but he looks at you and he's like, honestly, man, if you're looking for something real exotic or crazy, you might want to Gary down below, or like you look out on the outskirts of Ravnica, but nobody's been out there in so long, man. I don't know it find. Oh.
Yeah. Out of character, just so you guys are kind of on the same page, because it's not a huge secret, so I have no problem telling you guys. Basically, Barazur's backstory is he actually had like this real like great illness, and he had a healer that was able to basically put him into remission, and so he's working with this healer to find a permanent cure for this disease.
Oh, neat. I like that. He's Thancreos. Nice.
Such nice people in my party.
Bark. Bark, bark.
Like, it's not a huge secret, but it hasn't come up, so that's why your characters don't know, but it's not a huge secret. Like, if somebody were to say, why are you gathering the things, he would tell you, like...
Got it.
I use my passive investigation to figure out why he is gathering things.
You figure out that he is gathering things.
That's all I need. It's a clue.
Okay. Well, all right. I think we're going to call it here.
All right, sweet.
Enjoyed the beginning of what will be hopefully a good adventure.
Yeah, it's going good so far, bud. I didn't get to hit anything this time. You better give me something to hit.
Get ready
next
for that.
Time.
Don't worry, I will try to work in some more some more punching.
No, you're fine, dude. I'm just
It's
messing.
all right.
With you.
I didn't get hit by anything this time.
Yeah, that is also true.
That's the goal.
All right. You guys want to do our nice boy around the table thing we liked?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, DM goes last. I was gonna say, Mark, I really appreciate your dedication to being a good law boy, and how you're not compromising on that. So, like, A+.
I'm trying my hardest, man.
I know, it's good. You're doing good. I was worried about it because of how absolutely unlawful my character is, but I'm digging it.
That's all right. Your character at the end of this campaign will probably go to prison.
Yeah, you know, it's fine. So, you go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, say something nice about something that someone did during the sesh.
I like how Josh twisted things to where I was like borderline fugitive, and then that was you had me scared for a minute.
Yeah, the second you were like, I want to be Azorius and I want to be a total hard cop asshole, I was like, this is gonna be the best campaign ever. I'm gonna make you walk this line so hard.
And
It was rough, man. It was rough.
And
Now you
Isaac,
basically have to do both. So get ready for that.
and Isaac.
Honestly, I like kind of the like I was really, to be honest, worried about like the Ravnica lore coming in, like, you know, completely green on this. So like I didn't feel overwhelmed. Like I feel like it was explained very well for where we're at. As you know, as I'm doing my research, so I'm getting my catch up on. But as far as like, all right, here's session one, and here you're in the heart of it. Like I'm very happy that, you know, I wasn't overwhelmed with lore. Like it all still makes sense within a starting session. And
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna throw everything at you. That would be extremely unfair.
Yeah, also, like, it's a
you're doing a good job explaining where we're at.
Ravnica's not a super tough setting either.
Yeah, it's not like I probably wouldn't start on like Innistrad or something like that because I don't know it as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it's kind of like placing things in New York City. It's like, well, I could kind of just turn it into whatever I need it to be. So,
Josh, you got any things to say?
I enjoyed how I put a giant hole, literally a plot hole in front of you, and two of you opted not to use it immediately.
Plot hole. What?
Meanwhile, you were just, one of you was just like, I'm out, I'm done.
Bye.
So, that being said, now that I know that the party's not scared to split up, get ready for that.
It's all right. I can handle myself.
Yeah.
Just gonna go invisible for an hour.
Alrighty. Well, cool. That's the start of Ravnica. Hot diggity shit, guys. We in it now, boys.
Yeah, we are.
All right. Well, cool. Thank you for your hard work, Josh. Thank you for your time, guys. I'm sorry I was late, but I mean, it looks like we're doing fine. Like I think we're good. Anything else to say before I cut it?
Are we level 4?
Yeah, go ahead and take level 4.
Yay!
Yes. Another feat.
Oh,
I now have perception as a trained feat, or as a trained skill, guys.
Jesus. All right.
No more perception checks.
Good God. Alrighty.
I'm just gonna tell you everything when you walk in the room.
Yeah. No, you'd have to
'cause
write
now
up
it's
every
a 21
room.
as well.
No, the perception
God.
checks. What it comes down to is the perception checks are just gonna get worse.
They're just gonna
You're
be
gonna
they're gonna be like DC 30.
I'm gonna be like,
The next time we fight
You are
something,
blind.
yeah, no, the next time we fight something, they're gonna jab both of your eyes out.
yeah, either that or it will be like all right, what do I see? And I'll be like, you see a wall. You see.
You see every molecule of air in front of you. You are the Kwisatz Haderach, and you see all.
Can't handle it.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the stream real quick. So thank you everyone who's joining us. That being probably just us in the future, but hey, it's fun. Yeah, thank you guys, and boom.